distance past, we find that there are some interesting moments that we need to engage in. As a member of Divine Science here at the Center for Divine Love, we often talk about the beginnings of New Thought in the late 1800s. But New Thought actually began at the very beginning when God thought. And I wanted to share with you a brief story this morning that many of you may not be aware of, and it has to do with the Memphite creation story. In the Bible, in Genesis chapter 1, we find the representation of that story that has been shared by way of the Hebrew or the Hebraic influence. But I want to take a moment to take you back to that story in its origination. When we look at the beginning, in the beginning, even when you read Genesis chapter 1, it talks about the beginning. But that story comes from the Memphite theology. And as Brother Howard stated, it has to do with what many of us look at as northern Egypt or Ethiopia. But the beginning of time starts deeper up the Nile, down at the beginning of where the blue and the white Nile meets. And there you will find the beginning of all these stories that all the five major religions have at some point in time borrowed from. Well, there's a story. And it talks about in the beginning there was this demerge, or it was the waters of none. And I want to explain to you that although this is a story that has to do with a myth, it also talks about the natural thing of birthing of an individual. It talks of the heel. And the heel is likened to the pregnant woman. She has a heel that is present. Inside of that pregnant woman is the waters. Inside of those waters are a person. And when you read the original Memphite creation story, she births, that is Nun, she births the creator known as Ptah. We have a gentleman that plays for here. His name, we call him Ptah, but Ptah. Ptah was actually God incarnate, according to this story. And it's from Ptah that we have the creation story where Ptah said. And what he did was he spoke into manifestation the things that he has thought. So today, inside of our divine news, our divine message, I want to share with you that New Thought didn't start in the late or early 1900s or the late 1800s, but New Thought has always been. It's just been a misthought that they would never take it back to its origins. But here at the Center for Divine Love, we believe this, that to really understand the thing, you need to go to the beginning of that thing. So take that for thought today, that you are a representation of something greater than you, bigger than you, that resides in you. And it's an idea that you and the Creator are one. Thank you.